Hello students, I am Sunita Rani from Physics Department. Today in this video, I will discuss about your first experiment related to electricity. The aim of the experiment is to determine the resistance per unit length of the given wire using Ohm's law. So as the experiment is based on Ohm's law, so first of all you should know what is Ohm's law. According to Ohm's law, the potential difference across the ends of a given conductor is directly proportional to current. Potential difference we denote by V and current by I. Therefore, we can say potential difference V is directly proportional to I. And you know, when we remove the sign of proportionality, a constant is introduced. So that constant we shall take here R. So we can write V is equal to R into I, where R is called resistance, and from here resistance we can write equal to V upon I. Means by taking the ratio of potential difference to current, you can find out the resistance. So this is the formula which we have to use in finding in the experiment for finding the resistance of a given conductor. The apparatus which is required for performing the experiment has been displayed here on the table. In the apparatus, the first thing which is required is battery eliminator, as you are observing here on the apparatus. Battery eliminator is written. This battery eliminator actually converts 220 volts AC into DC. The DC which we can get can be 0 volt, 2 volt, 4 volt, 6 volt up to 12 volts as we shall require. Accordingly, we can set this knob at that position. As in the experiment, we shall be using a voltmeter to measure the voltage up to 5 volts. So, I have kept this knob at 6 volts. Next is the ammeter which you will be using. In ammeter, two terminals you are observing. One is positive, another is negative terminal. The positive of the battery eliminator we shall connect to positive of the ammeter, and negative of this we shall further connect to voltmeter. Ammeter is actually used to measure the current in the circuit. The current will be measured in amperes, and here you see, before you start using this, you have to check whether the error is there in the apparatus or not. If suppose the needle initially is not pointing at 0 mark when no current is flowing, it means some error is there. So to eliminate that error, here you see it is better to move this screw and set the pointer with the help at the 0 mark. Then you see the range of this voltmeter is from 0 to 5 amperes. Means maximum up to 5 amperes you can measure. One thing more you can see, from 0 to 1, 10 parts are there. It means the value of 10 divisions is equal to 1 ampere. Means value of 1 division will be equal to 0.1 ampere. Means least count of this ammeter is 0.1 ampere. Error if present, we can neglect with the help of this screw. With the help of screwdriver, you will rotate the screw and then you will set the pointer at 0 mark. The next thing which is required is the voltmeter. It is used to measure the potential difference across the ends of the wire. As here you see, we have connected one wire between positive and negative. Actually, we are interested to find the resistance of this thin wire which is connected between positive and negative. The range of this voltmeter means maximum which you can measure by this voltmeter is 5 volts. range will be from 0 to 5 volts. Then you can see here on the scale 0 to 1 volt is divided in 10 parts. So, that is indicating the value of 10 parts or 10 divisions is equal to 1 volt. So, the value of 1 division will be 0.1 volt. Here also if some error is present, means the needle is not pointing at 0 initially, then with the help of this screw you can change the position of the needle to 0 mark to eliminate the error. Then next thing which is required is the rheostat. Rheostat is nothing but it is a long wire which is wound over an insulating cylinder. Here on the rheostat you can see, in the rheostat you can see two terminals are there. These are the lower terminals and one terminal is the upper terminal. If you want to use this rheostat as a variable resistance, then out of these two lower terminals, any one of the terminal you will select, and one terminal you will take the upper one. As here I have connected, one is lower and another is the upper terminal which has been used, because we want to use it as a variable resistance. Next thing which is required in the circuit is one way key. With the help of this key you can start the current or stop the current in the circuit. The wires which are used here, they are called connecting wires. Before you use the connecting wires, you have to clean the ends of the wires with the help of sandpapers. Otherwise, you see, copper reacts with the oxygen of the atmosphere and an insulating layer is formed at the ends. So, if you will connect using such wires, then it will appear as if you have connected, but actual connection will not be there. So, it is better in all the experiments of electricity, you will make use of sandpaper, you will rub the ends of the wires and then you will use those wires with clean ends to make the connections in the circuit. Then you see here in the circuit, the positive of this battery eliminator, in place of battery eliminator, battery also we can use. Positive of the battery or battery eliminator we have connected to the positive of the emitter. Then negative of this emitter we have connected to the positive of the voltmeter. Then negative of this we have connected to rheostat. Then upper terminal of the rheostat we have connected to the key, and key we have connected to the negative terminal back of the eliminator. After making these connections, you will change the position of the slider in the circuit. By changing the position of the slider, the readings of voltmeter and emitter will change. You will note down those readings as shown here. Suppose in voltmeter you get 0.5 volt and in emitter you are getting say 0.25 ampere as the current. Here I have taken VO. VO means the observed value and V means the corrected value. As zero error is not there, therefore observed and corrected will be same. Similarly, in emitter also we can eliminate the error easily. So, better it is to take the observed reading as corrected reading. By taking the ratio of V to I, you will get the resistance. Similarly, you will take next reading, say 1 volt you get in voltmeter and in emitter you get 0.5 ampere. So, ratio of V to I will be 2 ohm. Many readings you will take, and after finding the mean of all those readings, you will get the mean value of R. Mean R you will calculate. The resistance of a given wire you can also find out with the help of a graph between V and I. As you know, V is proportional to I. Therefore, graph between V and I, when you will plot with the help of your observations, you will get a straight line graph as here I am plotting. On this side say you mark current on x-axis, on y-axis you mark potential difference V. The graph will be a straight line. So if you find out the slope of this straight line, then you can get resistance. See how we shall get? Take anywhere 2 points on this straight line, drop the perpendiculars on x-axis as well as on y-axis, and then make this right angle triangle. Let it, the points are A, B and C. So for finding the slope of this straight line, you will find out tan theta. Tan theta means perpendicular upon base. So R will be equal to AB upon BC. AB you can find out. See the reading at A point here, then at B point, and then from reading at A point you subtract the reading at B point, you will get the length AB. Then for finding BC length, find the value of current at B point, then corresponding to C point you find out the current and take the difference, you will get BC. So actually delta V is the, AB is giving you delta V and BC is giving you delta I. That's why we are saying slope of this graph is equal to resistance. After this you will cut the wire. This wire which is connected across positive and negative terminals, this thin wire you will cut with the help of a cutter and you will make it straight, and by putting it on the scale you can find out the length of this wire. So by taking the ratio of R to L, you will get resistance per unit length of the wire.